Hey YouTube, I am in Marion County, about to start looking for the brilliant wood or diamond wood. It's a named wood for Alabama petrified wood. It has quartz crystals, smoky quartz, so forth on it. I'm on the property now. It is private property, and you do have to get permission to come and dig. I hadn't got all his particulars yet, but I will get those, and they'll be in the description for people that want to contact or find out a way to get down here. I'm gonna just scan through for you. He's cleared it out quite a bit, as you can see, for people to look. But I was just going to get over here on the edges and do a quick run through, let everybody see where we are and what we're doing, run my mouth, and of course I'm looking on the ground, looking for it, and he's assured me that it's everywhere. And I can see where people have been out here digging it. You know me, I like them woods better than anything right there. But this is his property, so I'm gonna stay where I'm supposed to, and I see a little trail going here. So I'm just gonna follow it. He's told me to watch out for the rattlesnakes. So I'll do that. I see somebody's got them a little thing going on here. And I'm gonna let that stay just like it is, because it's not mine. I'm gonna keep up. I'll probably make a few videos. I'm gonna keep them short and sweet. I've been wanting to come here for a long time, if you've been watching me. This is what got me looking in Elmore County, where I found it there. It's really rare in Elmore County. It took me a year to find it. I have a whole series, if you hadn't seen that. Go check that out. I am seeing pieces, but this looks like, I know how this stuff works. You can't see it until you clean it, and this is iron. I can tell. I can smell it. That is straight up iron. And I believe it takes that iron, and there's some more good sized pieces over there I see. But I want to get down here in the bottom of this, or a good wash area. That looks like that's just iron too. But that'd be pretty right there, with those lines in it. I'm just so glad to be here, because I have talked. It's something when something comes true that you've run your mouth about so much. That's amazing. You can see the lines in that, they're red and gold. This is all petrified wood. I'm gonna leave these here. I know somebody put some time into getting them up. And he goes by the bucket here. Oh, that's heavy. And you can see how nice that's gonna be when you clean it up. Y'all excuse me if I don't. That's a pretty heavy thing right there. And I can hear the way it hits the ground that there's more under it. That hollow thud. There's something there. Real nice guy that owns the property. I spent some time up there talking with him. I was told to keep my eye out for a rattlesnake. So I'll definitely do that. Don't want to disturb anything like that. He was so right, it is definitely everywhere. You don't really have to look for it that hard. But the people dig for those beautiful special pieces that are, you can definitely see the wood, the log, as it's petrified and the crystals are all grown on it. I just like to do a ground search. Gives me an idea of what I'm looking for and what to ignore. I sure appreciate y'all watching. This first one might be a little long. I'd like to find some beautiful stuff to show. But this is my first eyes on it too. So I'm seeing everything for the first time. I've never been here. I've never been on this property. There's a big nice piece there. You can tell by that moss it's been out of the ground a while. If somehow this stuff can work its way up out of the ground. I believe that's a property line post there. When I'm in a place like this, I don't know why, but I just feel like I need to get down to the bottom of it. Not that anybody has told me that or anything. That's going to be one thing right there. You're looking for petrified wood with all this wood. I can see deer trail. It seems like Facebook is the place to be to get in touch with the people here that in Brilliant, Alabama, that is actively purchasing land and having places where people can come and look. And they're just nice folks. There's nothing like what you'd think. It's just their property and they agree to let you in here. I guess too, just to know who's out here and who's not. And you know I like to explore. And there ain't nothing better for me than this. A good big old knockdown tree is always good. I'm gonna stay in here. You can see where he has cleared. This place is out. I've seen tornadoes do less damage. I guess he sold his lumber. We could get in here and get this wood out of here. Brilliant Alabama petrified wood. I didn't know they called it bling wood. Diamond wood, and I'm sure they've got more names than I know. I found out more researching this trip than I did the whole time I was looking for it. And I know how this stuff is from my trip I had in Elmore County. You're really not going to see how beautiful it is until you wash it, clean it. You're going to get feeling of it. That's just iron. I'm just exploring. Like I said, I hadn't been out here myself, and I know how this stuff looks. When it's the good stuff, it's gonna look just about like that. But that's actual wood. I have a lot of it. I'm just touching with my foot to see if I'm on it. But you can tell this was virgin forest, just like that. I can hear my echo coming back at me. And they've just cleared it out real good. And I'm seeing pieces. And I'm sure I'm not the first one that's walked this land looking at it. I don't know why I don't like to walk on burnt land if I don't have to. I'd rather walk around. I just see those shapes. And you know I'm out of my element. I'm used to being in a creek. And the one day I get to go out of town, I'm about 3 hours north of where I live. And then it's gonna rain. We hadn't had rain in a long time. And then all of a sudden, boom, it's raining. Hopefully it'll go over quick. I don't feel any crystals in here. But I know how this stuff is. When you clean it, it is completely different. Just some beautiful stuff. That looks prioritized. And you can see the pieces on the ground here. And this tree coming up right here. This is, I can see somebody's been in here digging that. Because this is where you'd come in it right here. But I gotta be careful for these rattlesnakes. I got fair warning about them. Let me get out of this burnt. I'm gonna get down here where my mind keeps telling me to go. Down in this bottom. I see evidence of it in different places, but I'm gonna keep in mind that he told me that this cut part here is his property line. See, a lot of people don't realize them crystals will be in that crack there, right here. You just want to get another one up. I got some tools in my backpack, but I ain't ready for all that yet. I'm just checking out where I am and what I'm gonna do. I'm starting to see a lot more rock though. I knew it'd be down here in this bottom. And I see water down there. And that gully there in the middle. That's gonna be my spot right here, running straight through here. That'll be where you find the best stuff, in my imagination. Because I am no expert. I actually see There's some beautiful woods in here. See that hole down there? I feel like I'm at Solid Rock Passion's house back in them mountains. See that hole? Nobody dug that hole. Some animal did that. Sometime there's another one. That's where your snakes are going to be now that it's cold. I'm not going to mess with this. A lot of times you can find, if you got a fresh animal dig, they'll get in there and dig out what you're looking for. He said they seen a really large rattlesnake, and I know that I have a way of finding stuff. I do not want to find a rattlesnake. Oop, there's a big old spider. Woo! Several of them. Get that joker back on the ground. That's a pretty piece of rock. I can feel them on my feet. Y'all on this ground right here. Feels good looking in places you've never been. Well, there's an interesting piece. I need to check these jokers because that last one has some good spiders on it. So there is a natural flow here in this creek. Get up here. See, that's a new one there. They pulled that stump out. And that's where you're gonna find it, just like that. But I want to get in that wash. I always do quite a bit of research and watch where they're picking it up. Now, you know, I thought what that was. Woo! Seen that shape. Made me pause. Wow. Looks like a railroad spike. But it's not. Yeah, that duckle made me look twice right there. Definitely. Here's a good wash. I should be able to see it. And this sun not being out is not going to help me show off these beautiful colors I'm seeing. And the textures, you can definitely tell that's a piece of wood. But how beautiful that color is. And I don't have any water. Well, yes I do, don't I? Right there's water. I might have to do some Armstrong stretching, but I'll get me some water. Look at that, how pretty that is. I wish this sun was out and you could see how beautiful that was. That's the ridges from that wood. It's definitely in the mountain. See, I'm spoiled. I've been looking in creeks where it's had hundreds of years just to wash in there. But this usually does pretty good when that water comes washing. You see the ripples. It'll wash over these rocks. Then I'll get up here in a little while. I'll see an area way up there at the top where I want to dig. I'm gonna go. I just want to look and get a small idea of what we got going. I don't see any footprints. I do see evidence of people everywhere. I mean, that's obvious with all the lumber, but when you got people that are from around here, they don't care about this stuff. They've been seeing it all their life. But it is some beautiful, beautiful petrified wood. And I guess since I'm from Alabama, it makes me proud that we got it. Just like anybody else would be when they getting their stuff. You got to check it. You flat. I'm gonna take that one. That's the one I rinsed off. Put it in my side pocket. Yeah, I see little evidence here. People's been working. That's rock. Right there. That's already been. You flat know it when it's been touched. Maybe somebody will want that. Some fortification on there. I see another person out here. I want to try to stay clear. Get my own little investigation going here. And that looks like, see, that's crystals there. You just can't see this stuff when it's got the dirt all in it, or when the person holding the camera don't hold it right. Can't see anything then. That just looks like a conglomerate. I don't feel I'll show you before this is over. I think I'm gonna do a few because I'd like to cover it really well. Get the insides and out to to let people see where you are, what's going on, and give you a lot of information about the place. That way you can be not like me and get here and kind of know what to expect and what's going on. And it won't be a surprise to you. I see it. See, I've seen some beautiful fossils. I mean, I know petrified wood is technically a fossil, but I was looking through some stuff up by his shed, and I seen some really nice ones. You can see where somebody's already tested that one, looked at it. And this is a good wash right here. I gotta be careful with these slick shoes. I still need to go figure out what kind of shoes I need to do this kind of work. Because I went and bought these and I fell down a week after I had them. And they wasn't cheap. I mean, it's got some pretty color in it, but I think I'm kind of just looking at the iron. I watched a video where he was down in here and you can see this wash and there was red dirt. But I don't believe they had cut all this out of here. This looks fresh since it's still brown. Because that's, I mean, season's just about over. You know, it is getting cold. But I have to take my days when I can get them. And that was today. There's somebody been digging in that. You can see there's plenty of it. But if you're looking for certain details, like the crystals and the different things that's happening in it, that's going to determine, and most of you know, if you're going to keep it or not. And then when it's like that, you don't know what you got. Because when you clean it, that thing would be covered in crystals. You just can't see it because of the dirt. I see people's not respecting him. Throwing stuff down on the ground. I think it got cold last night. And it's not actually warm right now. So I believe that the snakes are going to be kind of put up for right now. Probably going to show most of the I am 30 minutes in just about, and we have made it all the way around this property. Excuse me. I think what I want to do, instead of keeping these, I want to look at this right here, where this tractor has come through here and stirred this clay up. A few good rains wouldn't hurt nothing in here. I can see where people have done exactly what I'm doing. So yeah, they in here. People, that is. Guess I'll let this one run a little long, because I'd like to find something. There's somebody done dug some fresh dirt. Don't see many rocks. But I believe the good spots are going to be right up in that hill right there. And we're going to make it up in there. It's a beautiful ride out here. I hope I leave early enough to stop at a few places I spotted on my way and do some of that roadside rockhounding, where they dug out the mountains, making roads through them. That's got some beautiful stuff in it. And I've seen a wild cow down in this area doing a lot of fossils and stuff. So for an area, they have a lot of different things around here. Like I said, I'm in brilliant Alabama. And that's in Marion County. Now that looks like a nice piece. And I could see why somebody would throw it down, because you can't tell what's in it, on it, until you get it clean. Another one. I didn't realize the landowners out here working. That's pretty cool. You can tell that's got a geo stuff going on there. And there's some color in there. I see that red and yellow. Just some good cleaning. And there is no telling what that's going to look like. Let me hit it on this log. Get everybody up. I can see all kinds of stuff going on in there. And I know how beautiful this stuff would be cut. But you'll know if you've seen my other one how beautiful this stuff can be. It has really got those smoky quartz crystals. I see a good piece, I believe, right here. That looks like a good piece. And if you've seen those videos I've made, you realize what that's going to look like when it's cleaned. That's when your sparkles come out. And I believe I'm going to do something good up there, because you can see they've been finding it in here. Now I see why I'm starting to run into it. I usually look right where I am, and I just looked up and seen all of that. And I was like, oh, okay. Looking in it, looking right at it. See, that's what I like where that water runs. There's a pretty piece. A lot of structure to it. I'm gonna set that right there and take a pretty picture of it. I love them colors in that. That's really nice. It's hard to see if you might be missing something. Look at that, how that layer developed. And I don't have a sun today, so no pretty sparkles in the sky. That'll be when I get it cleaned and look at the movement in that rock. He's behind me working. That'd be the landowner. Look at that. That's beautiful. Look at that. Oh, that's heavy. Man, that's a heavy piece right there. That joker's pretty. Wood on wood. There you go. That is iron, buddy. I figured that's what it was. It's just so heavy. It's different. So that right there teach you. And that's actually what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to learn real quick, like where I can do something when I really get to going on it. Because you better believe hands and eyes have been laid on these pieces right here. And people get one bucket. So they're really being picky when they sit here and go through it. And I know what that's going to be. That's going to be that white petrified wood like I've got in them other videos. And I can see where they're pulling it out at. Right here. You ain't got to look. It's flat just in it. I think this is where I watched that guy on YouTube sit there and pull these out. But I know I could feel that crystal with my fingernails if it's in there. And I just don't have enough experience with this place to know if you got your crystals. Look at that. It's unbelievable. I don't know if they mix. Like, is there gonna be crystal stuff in here when I'm seeing mainly this? But when you see the effort they've done, I think their goal is when they find that one log. I've got some digging equipment, but I ain't quite convinced I want to dig yet. I want to research this area and figure out where a good place to put that kind of effort into it. And I'm not seeing it. I know that's iron making that red. But it's in the dirt. You can see that I'm just first person to ever touch that. But I can feel it. And there's no crystals on that. And that's what everybody's after. It's the crystals. That's gonna be next season. I can just feel it's all in here. You can hear it hitting each other. It's just, if I had me some sunlight, I'd know what I was looking at. I think I'm gonna take this and get in this water over here and clean it and just get a good feel of what I got. This is not deep water, but I'm about to make me a spot. You see what I'm doing? I want to see if that's got that jersey on it. Get me a spot where I can get me some water in it. I feel it in here. Look at that. There we go. I'll let my water clean out. See, that looks kind of like concrete. But when that shines and that sunlight hits it, there ain't no telling what it's gonna look like. There's something pretty. Hard to see it. Somebody busted it open. That's not even what they're down here looking for. I hadn't kept anything yet. I'm gonna make my way through here. You can see where I always hear it in my head. When you see something like that, they've been finding the pretty stuff in here. And like I said, they're gonna throw everything down except the prettiest of the pretty, because I got them a little limit. I want to wash this one. I like that, just that texture. And I know how this stuff does. It's like a camouflage. When you get that dirt off and it dries, it'll sparkle like you ain't never seen. Now I got me a good place to clean it. You know me, I'm gonna find me some water. It might be dirty water, but hey, it's doing it. And look at there. Talking about that sunlight. Come on, baby, you come out for me. Show me my sparkles on my piece of petrified wood. I just don't believe that one's gonna sparkle. I'm gonna hold this, let it dry, put it in my pocket, and just see what happens if we can get a sparkle out of it. It's definitely different from what I'm finding in Elmore County. For one, it's big. I like that, the large, nice large pieces. And he's got some beautiful stuff I'm gonna show you before it's said and done. Up here by the main entrance, he's got some big 1,000-pound pieces that are just absolutely beautiful. But I can see the work and the cushions and things that's been put into this, and you know somebody's got them a good spot. Sunlight's coming out, and I might be fixing to find me some stuff, cause now I'll be able to see that sparkle. Look at that. I always like it when they have that indention in it like that. That is and it looks like it's covered in jersey and this stuff here. That gray line you see there, when it dries or gets cleaned and you can get in it, it's full of the good stuff. We say the good stuff. I just don't know. I don't have enough experience. It looks good. But I'd like to see the actual sparkles. It don't even have to be big for me. This is my mission. I've been saying I wanted to come up here. Here I am, making my video. Look at that ball on there. I think I'll keep that just because of that. And I know I can feel something in there. But I have dealt with that iron enough to see it. That's what I'm doing. I'm looking at it, y'all. I don't know if I'm gonna haul that or not. I'm gonna put it right there, because I know what crystals look like. I like these colors I'm seeing though too. And I did some research and seen a lot of different beautiful stuff people's pulling out of here. That sunlight finally. And I'm seeing some sparkles on the ground. That's usually how I find stuff. I go from a distance, put my head down, and find that sparkle. I don't like to come in from the side like that. It's like when I start making my pictures, it don't recognize what I'm doing. When uh-oh, that looks like a nice one. A lot of structure going on under that dirt. It's like that. I can feel something going on back there. Don't really want to take a picture of that because it's just dirty. I love this stuff like this with that movement in it. Let me try to get that up and down. And I know how these come clean too. This right here will be a totally different piece of petrified wood than the rest. There's some nice lines. That's a good wash right here. I'm gonna make my way up there. I'm gonna check it all before I get there. Let's see that red. Got a bad habit of holding that finger out. There's a piece I like. See that structure in there? Those are permanent. Like a little snake skin thing going on. It's some kind of fossil of a tree. I'll keep that one. I seen that on a video I watched this morning before I left. It's still early. I got here at 9 o'clock. It's like a conglomerate. There's somebody been in it right there. That's some good color. That's the people out here working. I think they selling firewood, getting ready for winter time. I'm not sure about that though. It's just a guess. It's what it sounds like to me. Okay, if I was closer, I'd rush up here to this shed and show y'all some of this beautiful shiny stuff he's got laid out, because that's not what's going to happen here. I'm in brilliant Alabama in Marion County. I'm fixing to have me a go see. I'm about an hour in. I did not realize that. That's showing you that I'm having fun. I'm gonna do a little hunting. I appreciate y'all joining me. Sorry this took so long, and I'm ending without anything to show you. But I'm gonna have it. Y'all be blessed.